You crack out of the shell on a mound of caked mud, in the middle of a lake so alkaline it burns anything that touches it too long. Your down is gray and soft, nothing like the color you will grow into. Your legs are already too long for your body. You cannot stand yet. You press against your mother's belly feathers and wait for the world to steady. The lake around you stretches white and pink to the horizon, crusted with soda and salt, too caustic for crocodiles, too shallow for most predators to swim. This is why your parents chose it. This is why thousands of other nests rise around you, each one a cone of packed mud a foot above the burning ground, each one holding one chick. Within a day, your legs hold your weight. Your father's face appears above you, upside down, his curved bill dipping toward yours. From deep in his throat comes a thick red liquid, rich with fat and blood cells. You open your bill and take it. This is not water. This is not seed. It is the same substance your mother will bring an hour later, and it is the only food you know. You are 2 days old, and already you feel the shape of your own bill beginning to change. It is straight now, easy to work, easy to beg with. It will not stay this way. The colony around you never goes silent. Adults call to their chicks across hundreds of nests, and somehow, in that wall of sound, your parents find your voice among 1,000 others. You learn their calls the same way. You learn to answer. You are 1 week old when the crèche begins to form. Chicks gather at the center of the colony, hundreds of them, huddled tight, while adults ring the outer edge like a living wall. Predators come for chicks. Marabou storks stalk the shallows, patient, waiting for one bird to wander from the group. A fish eagle circles low, dropping fast, then rising empty-taloned back into the heat. You stay close to the others. This is instinct, not choice. A chick alone at the crèche's edge does not survive as often as one buried in the middle of the crowd. Your legs grow faster than the rest of you. By 2 weeks, you can walk beside the group across the crust of the lakebed, a gray mass of hundreds moving together toward water, toward shade, toward nothing in particular except each other. Adults still find you twice a day, deliver the red liquid down your throat, then vanish back into the colony to feed themselves. You are 4 weeks old when your bill finishes its transformation. It curves downward now, sharply, built for a different kind of feeding. You dip it into the water and try, upside down, the way you have watched adults do it 100 times. Water and mud rush past thin comb-like ridges inside your bill. Most of it spills back out. A few flecks of algae catch on your tongue. It is not enough yet. You still need your parents. But the shape of your future is set into your face now, and it will never change back. 2 months pass. Your gray down molts away in patches, and beneath it comes something new. Feathers, pale, almost white, with only a whisper of pink at the edges. You are not the color of the adults yet. That color is not born into you. It is built, meal by meal, from the tiny shrimp and blue-green algae that fill this lake, packed with pigments your body cannot make on its own. Eat enough of it, over years, and your feathers will deepen from white to blush, to the saturated pink that gives your kind its name. You are 3 months old the first time you fly. It happens without warning, the way it happens for every chick in the crèche. One gust catches your half-grown wings, mid-run across the mudflat, and for 3 full seconds your feet leave the ground. You crash. You try again. By the end of that week, you and the rest of your crèche lift together in a ragged gray line, following the adults on short flights across the lake, learning the muscle memory that will carry you thousands of miles within a year. The dry season tightens its grip. The lake shrinks. Salt concentrates in the shallows until it crusts your legs white if you stand too long in one place. Food grows harder to find. Your parents feed you less now, forcing your bill down into the mud yourself, forcing you to filter for your own meals. Hunger teaches faster than patience does. Within days you feed without thinking about it, head upside down, bill sweeping side to side, tongue pumping water through the comb ridges 20 times a second, straining out algae too small for your eye to see. By 5 months, no one feeds you anymore. You are on your own now, filtering 18 hours of most days just to meet what your body burns. You are 8 months old when the lake finally fails. It happens slowly, then all at once. The water drops, the salt rises, the algae die back, and one morning the colony lifts as a single body, tens of thousands of wings beating the hot air, and turns toward a lake you have never seen. You fly through the night because the night air is cooler, and the stars hold a line better than the sun does. You fly for hours without landing. Your body knows the route before your mind does. This has happened every generation before you, back further than any bird alive could count. The new lake is different, but the same. Soda flats, pink bodies scattered to the horizon. You land, fold your wings, and begin again. You are 3 years old before your feathers reach their full color, a saturated coral pink that marks you finally as an adult, not a juvenile drifting at the group's edge. That same year, the colony begins its courtship display for the first time since you were born into it. Thousands of adults packed shoulder to shoulder, necks stretched straight up, heads flicking side to side in perfect unison, wing patches flashing black and pink like a single organism breathing. You join in without being taught. Something in your body already knows the steps. A mate finds you inside that display, the same way your parents once found each other, matching rhythm for rhythm until the two of you break off from the crowd together. You are 4 years old the first time you build your own mound. Both of you work the wet mud with your bills, scooping, packing, turning slowly in place until a cone rises a foot off the flat, high enough to keep an egg above the crust's burning heat. Your mate lays a single egg. You share the incubating trading places every few hours, folding your long legs beneath you atop the mound while the other filters food nearby. 5 weeks later, you hear tapping from inside the shell, and then you watch gray down push its way out into daylight, the way yours once did. Seasons repeat after that. Wet, then dry. Colony, then flight. Chick, then crèche, then color, then courtship again. You raise young across many lakes over many years. Some seasons the eggs hatch and thrive. Some seasons a hyena finds the mound line first, or the lake dries too fast, or a storm floods the nests before the chicks can walk. You survive all of it, one dry season after another, your legs growing thick with the salt scarring that marks every flamingo old enough to have stood in these lakes for decades. You are older now than most birds around you. Your pink has begun to fade at the edges, feathers duller than they were, bill slower to work the mud than it once was. The long flights between lakes take more out of you each year. You lag at the back of the flock now, the position young, strong birds used to hold before you, the position you never noticed until your body forced you into it. One dry season, the lake shrinks faster than you can keep pace with. Your legs, stiffened by years of salt and cold nights standing in shallow water, do not lift you as quickly from the mud when a marabou stork wades too close. You do not outrun what you once would have. The colony scatters into flight above you, thousands of wings, a sky gone pink and black, and you do not rise with them. The lake takes you back the way it has taken every generation before you, quietly, without ceremony, into the same white crust where your bones will bleach beside 1,000 others. Not far from where you fall, a new mound of packed mud rises a foot above the burning ground. Inside it, one chick presses its down against its mother's belly feathers, legs too long for its body, and waits for the world to steady. You crack out of the shell on a mound of caked mud, and somewhere, on a lake exactly like this one, it begins again.